Hey guys, I am coming to you straight from my closet on my work chair with my jammies on there to just share with you what is happening right now in our homeschool, give you guys a little update. Our parents are in town, my parents, and so we're basically taking our week, maybe like 1, 2, or 3 weeks off, and then starting back up when they head out. And right now we're just doing reading days where they get to listen to an audible and do like their art stuff in their kits, or they have like a diamond painting Pixar and stuff. But right now, as their teacher mom, I start planning, and I ordered our Timberdoodle kits, I believe about a month ago, and all the stuff that I need to replenish. But I came across Charlotte Mason, and I did not realize that some of the curriculum that we're currently using was Charlotte Mason. We're using Beautiful Feet books right now for geography. The U.S. geography, like here's the state, let's read about it. Here's a picture book that kind of walks us through it. Then let's watch a YouTube video about it. Let's dive deeper down a rabbit hole is what they call it when you want to just kind of learn more about the state. But then I went to Beautiful Feet books and I saw that they have their U.S. history, I believe it is, and Around the World Part 2, and then I also got Teaching Character Through Literature for this upcoming year. And you guys, when I got all of the curriculum, it literally, I just wanted to throw everything out and do everything Charlotte Mason. And I know that, there's, we do a lot of Maria Montessori, we do some some classical, we do unschooling sometimes. So I know that when you come across like a different kind of pedagogy to kind of read through it, kind of take what you want to do for your family, what works best, right? And then kind of incorporate that into your homeschool. And right now, that's exactly what I'm doing. And so I love Timberdoodle just because they kind of do most of the admin sort of work for you, right? With planning. Here's what a lesson is supposed to look like. I do not want to have to piece together, all these different things. And so I'm going to continue to use Timberdoodle kits for our core subjects like Matthew C. and some of their language arts, because I do believe that, even though it is a textbook, but they have multiple stories within their language arts program. They use Mazdas, and I love the stories and the poetry and the imagery, and just the visual aids in there are so amazing. And so instead of doing, answering every single question in Mazdas, maybe I'll have her journal, in her, I don't know, one of the 10 different notebooks that Charlotte Mason recommends. But I do want to incorporate, like the Book of Centuries that Charlotte Mason talks about, because my kiddo made this connection. I believe it was Wilma Rudolph, the track star, I believe it was. We were reading this Black Heroes book, and then we have this like advocacy, little baby advocacy book, and he's like, wait, we read about this. And so I could see those connections, right, that he's making, that Charlotte Mason talks about. But being able to write that in a Book of Centuries and kind of piecing everything together so that it makes sense, I think I'm going to incorporate that for sure. But right now I have a big huge Costco table out there, and I want to do a video that kind of shows my Costco table, like, pre-K, kindergarten, 3rd grade, 5th grade, our family subjects, and then my mommy reading. And so I truly believe in investing in yourself. You too need to have an education as you are schooling your children, right? And so I have like a whole stack of books that I want to go through. I have a family books of like classical literature that I want to read to our kiddos. And then I really want to incorporate more art this year and more journaling. And when we were doing schooling at home, when everything hit the globe a couple years ago, they did a lot of this. And I feel like Dr. Maria Montessori and Charlotte Mason have very similar, I guess, methods of teaching and how to, present information. I know that there's some like conflict with why should we set up an environment when the child is supposed to feast off the, the table of books that you kind of put out for them. So in my mind, I see the similarities, but I know that there's very stark differences between the two. And so incorporating these, I'm very open to, because I don't believe in this like rigorous, strict, I have to stick with this thing. And so, sorry, I'm getting a notification. I'm using my phone. Stop the notifications. Anyway, and so I want to incorporate more art this year. I want to start to read, and then, and when our kiddos were schooling at home, that's just exactly what they would do. The teacher would kind of do the lesson, and then, okay, you can, paint a picture, you can write a paragraph, you can make a craft, you can, draw something or act it out. And so I I didn't realize that all these things were sort of in the background already happening in our homeschool. And now I have a name for it, right? And so I do want to incorporate more of those things and not be so rigid. Like the textbook says, you have to answer, questions 1 through 9. So man, we can't move on until we've answered 1 through 9. And homeschooling shouldn't be like that. Like I am the teacher. Like, yes, I need to understand that you know what you've read and you grasp that, but I feel like I'm still too rigid and, I can't let go of like, oh my word, it told you have to answer these 9 things in a certain way where, I want to kind of give my kid more autonomy. And do you want to, do a video about it or, color something or draw something or write something or paint something? And I want to give that, those options to my kiddos way more this year. But we're still going to do Matthew C. We're going to do, U.S. history and around the world part 1 and teaching character through literature with the Beautiful Feet books. We're still going to use our Evan Moore books here and there, but I'm not going to be so rigid, like I want there to be fluidity throughout the day where there are afternoons open for art, I'm really excited for how this new year is going to look like, and I would be recording more curriculum videos, but I just don't know how to kind of make the video when I just have this massive Costco table of like 200 books on there. So I'm just trying to organize all that and get it together, and just make it so it makes sense to everybody, because it makes sense in my mind. I just need to get it on there. And so anyway, right now my Costco table is there. I've printed all of the Timberdoodle plans, and so we're going to be doing school again like 4.5 days a week, but they're very light days, and we're doing about 43 weeks of school this year. And that's not including our breaks. That is not including our breaks for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then a couple for the summertime and in, I believe, March. And so right now I printed everything out. And then this year I was using Happy Planner for their planners the last 2 years, but I don't know if it's like the flipping and then it's just the pages end up all over the place, and then I'm just like, oh my goodness, where's your planner? And so I think I want to buy a book binder, like the spiral one, and kind of do that for their planners. But then I don't know, I just feel like it's just another thing for me to do when maybe I should just give them, I don't know, a couple pages and then staple it, and then I put it back into their planner. I don't know. So I haven't figured that out. But I printed all 4 of theirs, 5th grade, 3rd grade, 1st grade, and oh, that's right, he's not going into kindergarten. I think I said kindergarten, but he's 1st grade. Sam was going to 1st grade, and then pre-K. So I have all those printed out. And then I am not using the Happy Planner teacher edition for this upcoming year. On Amazon, I'll link it below. I found this like notebook journaling homeschool planner, and I just loved it. I don't even know who this woman is, but she did like a flip through on her Instagram, and I just love the concept of sort of journaling my way through my schedule. And I don't plan out, weeks in advance. I know what we're going to be doing because we do loop schedules, but I do reverse scheduling. So I write down what we actually did, and I just, put a post-it note where I left off, and the next day, bam, or the next time we do it, I just open and kind of go from where we are. And so then I just write down what we do. And I like this kind of journaling because then I can sort of add like, oh my word, Samuel said this to this, Ada said that, or Abigail painted this, or what have you. And so I don't know, I'm just really excited for this next year. I got some sketch notebooks for them as well, for them to kind of paint and draw and journal as we do some things. And I'm excited for what it's gonna look like. Right now I just finished Modern Miss Mason, and I'm going through the motherhood, it's right here. I'm working through this book right now before we start. And then on YouTube, I believe you can listen to the home education. It's like free by Charlotte Mason. So I'm doing those books right now to just sort of kind of get me encouraged. And I always read The Read Aloud Family, Wild and Free, The Brave Learner before I start my school year, just to get me like, I don't know, like a mini homeschool conference before I start schooling, I guess. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, and planning is so much fun. I love kind of sharing what I do. I know on Instagram I kind of share a little bit more about how I'm writing things down, planning, organizing, all that good stuff. And we rearranged our school space a couple weeks ago because I just needed less clutter. I needed a big chalkboard to write on. I had this like tiny little one. It was not working out for me. I was using the windows, and then my kiddo would just like go up there and just start rubbing everything off, and I was like, no, we're supposed to write this down in our journals. That was not working. And so I have a chalkboard that, my 3-year-old is not able to access and erase everything, but he does have his own chalkboard while we're doing stuff because he too wants to, chalk and erase and all that kind of stuff. And so we rearranged that space over there, and so I'll have to share that and make a video as well. We still have our rainbow picture books underneath on our shelves, but I like how it looks now because I added some string with some what is it, like those little clips, like the clothesline clips, where I have some, classical artwork there. And I got a pack. I love Instagram for their sponsored ads because I was looking up classical cards to kind of share different classical artists from the post-impressionist era, I believe, or the Baroque era. And I found them and they came, and so I have them strung on string, which is kind of cool. I just like how it looks now. But anyway, so I'm excited. I'm going to do some more homeschooling curriculum videos. Let me know what grades or, what kind of videos you guys want to see. And I'm just so excited for this new year. We start at the end of June, beginning of July. It's like a light start, right? Or it's a soft start, not a hard start, to our homeschooling year. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.